What's up, family and friends? Welcome to the Woke Nation. How are you doing? Hope you're doing great wherever you are, doing your thing and having fun, living your life because it's your life. And because it's your life, don't you think it's high time you live your life as your life, not following other people, not being dependent, you know? No, like I'm about to come to Biafra land. So let me say, some minutes ago or some hours ago, I was like, can I leave? Excuse me. Like, if I go back to Biafra land, I say, no, listen, I don't want to go back to America now. Let me stay here for some years. It's my father's land, but you hear what I just said? Let me stay here for some years. I did not say let me live here. I'm supposed to live in my father's land, right? I'm supposed to live in my father's land, not maybe saying I'm going to visit my father's land and, what I say, stay for some months or for some years. But things have changed. A lot of water have gone under the bridge that most of us don't actually know what we're supposed to be doing anymore. So we are just chasing after whatever that we think. I think this is what will work for us now. We're not thinking about tomorrow. We're not thinking about ourselves. Just like you see many people having children that cannot take care of. And if anything happened to that man, you see both the wife and the children, they begin to suffer. But people don't put these things in consideration. That's why our ancestors, before you come of age to get married, I mean, as a man, not woman, as a man, you must be able to be providing for yourself and for your family. And you must belong to the family, kinsmen. Because kinsmen, there's reason we have kinsmen. There's the reason why we have kinsmen, not just family. Even the type of family we used to have, we don't have it today anymore. The family we have now is just immediate family. Me, my wife, and my kids. That's it. And you are living like that. Maybe things were moving well. You are leaving me, my wife, and my children. You think others are not observing what is happening. Then when you die, you want them to come and do what? You want them to come and do what for your children and for your wife? You see, we don't have brotherhood anymore. We have neighborhood. Your brother is competing with you. Your brother is want to have better things to do than you, and you are doing the same thing. Competition in our family. As I always say, competition is deadly. It's deadly. It destroys. And that's what religion planted among us. Because until you understand that the major cause of our problem is religion, you will never solve your problem. And that's why people like me are doing what we are doing, to wake you up. If it's just for maybe cheap popularity, as they always accuse me, or for likes, or for just for people to know me, the easiest way to make people know you is just preach God and Jesus. Preach that bullshit you learn in the school. You will get people following you. I see some people's posts on Facebook. They used to have many people commenting on their posts, but now it declines. You ask why? Yeah, there are changes. People changes. Imagine if you build your life on people. You must keep lying. You must keep trying to impress them. If you want many friends, you have to be friendly. And how can you be friendly with many friends? You have to be able to compromise. You cannot be standing with the truth, with the factual truth, and have many friends. It's impossible. Anywhere you see people gathering, there is a lie. They are gathering because of lie there. Just when you see the incense gathering at the light, you cannot see them gather at darkness. And you see that post I made. I hope many of you will get it. Some of you. The many people, the sheep, the followers, they are in the light. Light is fake. Light is imitation. Light came out of darkness. Light only show what is in the darkness. The written is in the darkness. The written is in the dark, and that's where you see the wise, the few, the very few. It's hard for you to see the wise. The wise don't follow the light. They don't follow all that glitters. No, they they follow the dark. They go into the darkness. They want to know the root cause. They want to know the main thing. They want to know the substance. They're not following you because you say what. They don't follow anyone. So it's your life. You have to live it. And the only way you can live your life better is you getting knowledge. If I don't have the knowledge of what I'm talking about today, or how I'm living today, I won't be. I will still be a Christian. I will still be a believer, confused, just doing what my parents taught me, what my guidance taught me, all that. I will just be following what my teachers teach me in the Bible school, in the secular school, and all that school. And I don't follow that anymore. What I'm saying, you cannot find it in any university, in any secondary school or high school. You cannot find it in any institution of learning that they have in this world. Because I belong to a people who are one with the universe. And universe is our source, not any God. Okay? So you need that knowledge. You have to go. Knowledge is not a gift. No one can give you knowledge. I can share my knowledge with you, but you need your own knowledge. My experience must not be experience, just as I am not you, you are not me. Although we are human beings, so we have unlimited, infinite knowledge in this world. So why are you following another person's knowledge and even making some of them rich? You're following somebody, and you are paying money for you to be a follower. You are paying money. Some of you are paying it out of okay, let me pay. Maybe my turn will come. If it did not happen to me, it will happen for my children. No, that's not how things work. We have to go back to our ancestral root, where every man has something doing. Every man can provide for himself and for his kinsmen. Not that the kinsmen would, but everybody participate. But when there is problem, the kinsmen gather around and solve it. You don't see somebody from one kindred or kinsman going to another strangers, telling them this is my problem, blah blah blah. Because but today, if your brother know your problem, he will broadcast it, humiliate you, even insult you. They don't care. You are going Salvation Army, your brother is going Anglican. You are going Catholic, your brother is going Methodist. That's bullshit. That's what destroy us. But you wouldn't know. Let me say it again. Ask yourself, why is it in our town churches surround our marketplaces? They have big land, and they didn't pay for that land. Though. Our people freely give those land to them. We must destroy all those buildings. We must reclaim our land. We must trash all those foreign religions. Say, oh, you're calling for You're calling for violence, blah, blah, blah. Bullshit. How did they take it in the first place? They violently invaded us, they violently defeated us, they violently took our land, they violently killed us, they violently did everything. They taught us violence, and the violent take it by force. We must use violence to take it by force. Your speech can look at what is happening with Biafran stuff. What? You are making noise. They know it's only violent. So they can shoot you, you are unarmed. But they are not shooting Fulani herdsmen because they are armed. They are not shooting Boko Haram because they are armed. They are not shooting those that are doing bad and worse things in the land because they are armed. When you are armed, of course, everybody will respect you. If you're not armed, you're running your mouth. Oh, you're educated. Come and pass, let me see now. Go for knowledge and live your life. Enjoy your life. And that's one of the reasons why I want to share this, because it really affects us. It's part of what I've experienced in life, and it's part of what I keep seeing. And if you can just lend me your ears, forget believe, forget whatever, even if you have issues against me, don't worry about me, don't pity me. You can kill me, but listen to what I'm saying. Killing me is not a bad thing. Wishing me death is not a bad thing. Wishing me evil is not a bad thing, because evil cannot settle on me. Okay, I'm above evil. Let me tell you that you need to unplug yourself. The reason why you need to unplug yourself, because you are not the one that plugged yourself in the first place. You were plugged into religion, into some societal beliefs and all that. You are plugged into that faith and belief. You are not the one that plugged yourself. Your parents plug you. Your guidance plug you. Your teachers or your stewards, people that were maybe saying they were taking care of you, they plug you into that because you are a child. They plug you to religion. But that's not as it's supposed to be. Let me put it this way, maybe you understand what I say. Recently I've been talking about the umbilical cord and the pineal gland, how we connected to the universe with our mind. Our mind is omnipotent. Our mind is omniscient, omniscience, or omnipresent. Our mind. That's why you have dreams, visions, and all that. It's your mind. That mind is what they stole and call God. You create everything in your mind. If you can conceive it in your mind and work at it, you will bring it into reality. We are in the mental world. That's why they keep telling you, mind yourself. When you want to misbehave, they say what? Mind yourself. Mind yourself. So I don't mind it for you, and I will beat you up. So you should know that when you were born with a cord. There's a cord you were born with. It is called umbilical cord. That's what educated people call it, right? So that cord is what connected you to your first, I call it your narrow universe. The wide universe contains many things, but there's that narrow universe which happened to be your mother. That cord is what connected you with your mother. Your mother, in whose heaven you were formed. You are not formed in any heaven in the sky. You are not formed by any God anywhere. You were formed in your mother's womb. The body of your mother have all it takes to form somebody like you, and that's why you are here today. Not because of any God. But think about it. Anybody that told you that God created you lied to you. They plug you into religion. You were not born to be plugged into any religion. You were born to be plugged into the universe or to the universe, because that's how you came into being. The universe is your source. So anything that separates you from the universe destroys you. That's why religion is destroying many people. Because religion is division. Jesus saying he did not come to bring peace, but what? Division. That's what religion does. That's why you have different religions, dividing people. This type of Muslim and this type of Muslim people. and they say they believe in Allah, yet they clean themselves. I'm a Pentecostal, I'm evangelical, I'm Catholic, I am Anglican. Christians, they believe Jesus is their Lord, yet they clean themselves. So, and these things are what, with the learning institutions the Europeans brought, separate us from the universe. Our ancestors were in tune with the universe, so they have great knowledge, great insight. They can build something that today the white people with all their claim have not found out how our ancestors built those things. So for those of you that think your ancestors were dummies and they're running naked, don't know anything, think even the artifacts. Have you tried to? I used to do artwork, even like in school. I can draw all that. I used to do all that. You know what it takes for you to mold something? Look at what your ancestors made and you believe the lie. That our ancestors don't know how to write anything. White people, but no, our ancestors taught white people writing, language. Yes, including English language is our language. They borrowed them from us. We are the one that you cannot reinvent what has been invented. Everything is invented once. You can copy from it, all that bit original is original. We are the original. You were born with that cord. That cord is still right there. You see? In your subconscious place. That's how you connect. Where is your subconscious? They say it's by your abdomen. That's where it is. You see the plug here. You see, there is cord there. You cannot see it. It's invisible cord. Yeah, you believe in invisible God, but you won't believe in invisible cord. That is the cord that connects you with the universe. You call it the mind. That cord, you have that cord. You are not the one that plugged yourself into that religion or to that religion. Somebody else did when you are a child. Now you are a Christian, or you believe in the Bible, you believe in whatever people talk about being a child and being adult. Now, when you read 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 11, welcome to Bible study, right? They said that Paul, who never existed, said that when I was a child, I think like a child. Okay, let me repeat. I have some time. Welcome to Bible study. 1 Corinthians chapter 13. You need to grow up. You need to grow up, every one of us. If you don't grow up, you remain a child, and anybody can come and anybody controls a child. Any adult can come around and control a child because he's a child. You know nothing. He said, when I was a child, I spoke as a child. I understood as a child. I thought as a child. But when I became a man, when I grew up, when I become adult, or when I became adult, I put away childish things. Let me ask you a question. Have you not been Christian from childhood or from birth? The moment you were born, I think it's a 1 month, right? They take you for dedication in the church. The Lord you. You see? They didn't even wait up to 1 month. The day you were born, they called the priest. God has given us, bless us. The priest come there, pray. They started plugging you. Even when you were in the womb, your mother was plugging you into religion. We pray, oh Lord, when I will deliver, please let me be all like the Hebrew women that never existed. Which Hebrew women? Our Igbo women deliver better than Hebrew women. My mother, he never had problem. He got 10 minus 1 children. She keep doing her business until the day of delivery. My own mother, she was stronger than Hebrew women. They tell you about Hebrew women that you are claiming you are demoting yourself when you are claiming to be Israelites or Hebrew, or you are demoting yourself when you are leading yourself into the Bible. You are demoting yourself. When I was a child, I thought like a child, I understood like a child, I act like a child, but now I'm a man. I put them away. From childhood, you have been a Muslim, you have been a Christian, you have been believing in God. Those things are childish things. Believing in imaginary things are childish things. Like Santa Claus, Jesus Christ, God Almighty. Those things are childish things. As a child, you were believing those. Now you are a grown man. Now you are a grown woman. What are you waiting for to trust them? Put the childish things away. Hey, Mary, full of grace. Ekele Maria, you are doing that from your broke rosary. Apa. All that bullshit. You were doing this from childhood. You say Muhammad in life. No, it never existed. Those things your parents plug you into, your guidance plug you into, your people plug you into, your uncles, your aunts, your godmothers, godfathers, they plug you into that bullshit. Now you are a man, you still continue in it. And when somebody like me talk, you come to talk. What daddy and what mommy talking where a man like me is talking. When I was a child, I reasoned like a child, understood like a child, acted like a child. Then when I become a man, I put them outside. Get out. Bullshit. It doesn't matter that my father taught me that, my mother taught me that, but it's not true. Now I am grown, I found out the God they made me to kneel down to pray, the God they made me to fast and pray to, the God they made me to go somewhere and worship, the God they made me give it up. Even when I was not working, my parents will always give me money to give offering as a child. And now I'm a man. You want me to continue? No way. Galatians chapter 4. Are you still a child? Amen. He said, now I say that the heir, as long as he is a child, you see why they want you to be a child of God? Be a child of God. Then the one that is exploiting you and taking your money is called man of God. So the grown man, but you are a child of God. Even a man that is, or a boy that is younger than your last born is a man of God, but you're still a child. With your gray hair everywhere, you're still a child of God. We are children of God. In us, children of God, especially in deeper life, see many old rotten bones in deeper life still saying, child, we are child of God, children of God. You're a child, grow up. As long as he is a child, does not differ at all from a slave. You are a slave of God, a child of God. If you are religious, if you believe in God, there's nothing different from you and the slave. As long as he is a child, does not differ at all from a slave, though he is master of all, but is under guidance and stewards until the time appointed by the father. The child keep waiting for appointed time. Appointed time. No, men don't wait for appointed time. They create time. They do things. They change things. They say, you know what? I changed my mind. I must do this. And which I'm begging you to change your mind about God, about Jesus. Do your own research. Ask yourself questions. Research with yourself. That's why I say unplug yourself. This unplugging starts with you. The revolution you're talking about, the freedom you're talking about, the restoration you're talking about, recovery you're talking about, it starts with you. Stop waiting for let us walk. No, many of us are still blind. Many of us are still sleeping. There's no us yet. It is you now, for now. Unplug yourself. When majority of us unplug themselves, we can say, come, let us build. Come, let us do this. Come, let us do that. Although he's master of all, he remains under tutelage every time. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. Let the Lord speak to us today. Every day, the Lord keeps speaking to you. You can't speak because you are a child of God. You are a slave of God. A child and a slave is the same thing. And at your age, you're still a child. You're still a slave. And you think it's funny. You think it's good. I see grown-ups coming to defend God. Coming to defend Jesus. Coming to defend religion. things that cannot add any value to your life, things that cannot put money in your pocket, things that cannot help you, things that cannot help you even have food to eat. You are defending it. As long as a child remains a child and refuse to grow up, waiting for appointed time, when God will visit him, when God will do so thing, he's under guidance, under stewards. They'll be telling him bullshit. They'll be beating him. But he's supposed to be the master. Religion reduces you to slave. Religion reduces you to a child, telling you either serve God or money. You cannot serve two of them. You are both of them. You don't need to serve any. You don't need to serve God or money. No. You put them where they belong. Put God in the trash can and use money for your transaction, period. And it's not a must you have money for your transaction. There's other means you can transact your business. As long as you are a child of God, you have no idea or knowledge of yourself and the history. A child fundamentally don't know his history. There's no child that know their history. No. You only know what they taught him. That's why you see many educated Africans, many grown Africans, all they have is the colonized history that white people taught us in the institutions of learning, where they become professors, where they become great people. No matter how great or rich you are, if you're a slave, you're a slave. Period. Rich slave, great slave, you are not different from the poor slave, weak slave. You are the same thing with them. A slave is a slave. And when the master wants to control all, both the rich slave and poor slave, they are included. Faith in God destroys the brain with which you're supposed to use to reason. It's when you begin to reason, then you will unplug your mind from religion, which is faith and beliefs, and the politics, which has been designed to keep you under by force. Then you plug yourself back to the universe, your source. That's where that's where the umbilical cord belongs. Well, our people, when they cut it, what do? They go and bury it. Some people will say there are many things you can do with that, blah, 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 that. When we're supposed to be using knowledge, we keep looking for spiritual thing, religious thing, bullshit. Knowledge is what we need, not spirituality. Knowledge is what we need, not religion. You were born with this cord. You have to connect yourself back. Umbilical cord that's supposed to connect you to the universe or wide universe after you were unplugged from your own mother, which I said was your narrow universe. That is the cord. You have to plug it back to the universe so that you begin to learn more. Universe teaches me more than any teacher. Whether it's Holy Spirit or Killing Spirit, they cannot teach nothing. What the universe is teaching me is beyond their comprehension, beyond their understanding. You ought to plug back to the universe because our ancestors, our great ancient African ancestors, are one with the universe, with us. That is our root. When we are talking about root, I'm not talking about worship, I'm not talking about rituals, no. I'm talking about the universe, our root. That's our root. With our ancestors. That's why it is stupid thing for you to think that the white man is your God, white man is your savior. No, it can never be. The people that invaded and killed your ancestors, destroy your great culture, they can never be of any good to you. My family and friends, my brethren Africans, we need to plug back to them, our ancestors, the universe. I'm not talking about maybe you think the souls of our ancestors, spirit of our ancestors is somewhere watching us. That's not what I'm talking about. No. I'm talking about science. We have to get to know their science and the exploits which the white people took away from them and hid from us. Our oppressors took away that science and hid it from us. And today we think, oh, it belongs to the white man. Technology is not from white man, it's from us. If you have not known yourself, you will keep believing that lie I used to believe. Oh, white man gave us. Some people said, if a Bible or religion is the right way, white people will not give it to us as they didn't give us technology. Some say, oh, they give Indians technology, they give us religion. That's bullshit. Nobody gave us technology. We are the one that gave them technology. We get everything the world is enjoying today. Go and find their origin. You will find it in your ancestors. But you have been spiritualized and religionized that everything you want to say spiritual. Spirit what? The spirit you are looking for is you. You are the spirit. You are the real spirit. Those imaginary ones cannot do anything for you. Who will help you in the time of need? Another spirit like you. It can never be any imaginary being. It can never be any invisible God. It was not your fault that you were plugged to religion, but it is your fault. You are to be blamed to remain in it. Your parents who plugged you in there didn't know better. Now you know better. Now you can do your own research. It's no longer the time you have to go maybe only to church or to library to learn. Now you have what is called smartphone. You have internet. You can Google. You can do your own research. Your parents, your guidance, they plug you to that religion. And that religion thrives on your fear and ignorance. That's where you inherited those bullshit. Because bullshit will give birth to bullshit. Faith and beliefs give birth to fear and ignorance. Remove faith and beliefs. You see how your fear and ignorance will just die. You will just live back. What gives fear and ignorance morale or power over you is fear. It's faith and beliefs. Blind faith, believing. Okay, I just believe. Let me believe. It's better to believe not to believe than not to believe. That's bullshit. No, not faith. No, not belief. Knowledge, not faith. You have to know that the universe taught our ancestors great and mighty things for them to innovate and invent things. Our ancient, when you are talking about our ancestors, you need to know there's difference between our ancestors and our ancient ancestors. Our ancient ancestors is pre-invasion, pre-slavery. But when you're talking about our ancestors, you're talking about all these ones, that they colonized, invaded, and they defeated, and that's what you're talking about. But we are talking about our ancestors in the antiquity. That's before white people know how to live in a house. Our ancestors who have been building mansions. That's what you found in Genesis chapter 11. Let me read it. About our ancestors. Then you tell me who taught them. You cannot say it's the devil because God is the devil. God cannot teach anything. The devil cannot teach anything. He said, now the whole earth. When our ancient ancestors were here, everything was whole. Everything was cool. There was no evil. The whole earth had one language and one speech, and it came to pass as they journeyed from the east, also, that's where wisdom comes from. It said that they found a plain in the land of Shinar, and they dwelt there. Then they said to one another, come. They did not consult any god. They did not consult any oracle. They did not consult any idol. There was no spirituality. There was no religion. All they have was their mind. They were thinking for themselves. Oh, it's good. Okay, we're going to make it better. They say, come, let us make breeze and bake them thoroughly. That who gave them the inspiration? Come on, the universe. They are one with the universe. And when you are one with the universe, you can never be limited by any force. You can do the impossible. Not waiting on it. Said they had bricks for stone and they had asphalt for mortar. And they said, come again. Let us build ourselves a city and tower whose top is in the heavens. Let us make a name for ourselves, lest we be scattered abroad over the face of the whole earth. They did not enslave anyone. They did not go and catch any slave. They weren't paying anyone to come and work. They said, come, let us make. Come, let us build. They were doing that. And they told you your ancestors were enslaving themselves. Anywhere they tell you that Africans, there were African slave owners, go and trace them. They were Muslims and Christians. You can never find any true African who owned a slave in history. You can never find it. It must be either a Christian or Muslim. When the Arabs and the Europeans came, they polluted them. They were no evil. People that have no evil among them will always work together. Not as slaves, as brethren. See, then the Lord evil, then the Lord wicked one, then the Lord the devil, then the Lord God Almighty the devil came down to see. He was not there when they were building, and they tell you it's everywhere. For where? The Lord came down. Who came down from where? The mountain. The cave. He came down from the cave in the mountain. That's where they came from. That's where they came from. They came down from the cave, the mountain, from the cave where they were in the mountain, to see the city and the towers which the sons of men, not sons of God. Sons of God build nothing. Sons of God destroy things and claim what other people have built. So you will inherit the cities you did not build, the wells you did not dig, the vineyard you did not plant. Who planted them? Who dug them? Who built them? Sons of men. Sons of men build. They use their mind. Which the sons of men had built. And the Lord, the wicked one, and the Lord, the evil one, the one that brings evil, the one that creates evil, according to Isaiah chapter 45 verse 7. He said, indeed, the people, not the animals, the people, not the slaves, the people, not the descendants of slaves. That people, the original people, the real people are one, and they all have one language. And this is what they begin to do. Not begin to pray, not begin to worship, not begin to spiritualize. They begin to think and to do and accomplish it. It said, now nothing that they propose to do will be withheld from them. Even God, the evil himself, no, these people, you cannot stop them. People with knowledge are unstoppable. Science. That's why they don't want you to know. They don't want you to know your truth. They want you to know the history they wrote, but not your own history. They don't want you to know about your ancestors. They want you to know about Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And you see them preaching, yeah, God is good, Jesus. It's you they are targeting. When they want something, they carry gun and go and get it. They invade other lands and take it and tell you about God and Jesus to keep you low. You will not find, you will not say, let me build a weapon to defend myself. No, you are waiting. They make weapons, and without weapons, they come into your land, they take things, and even give you some to kill your brothers, so that there will be division among you and destruction, and they will keep coming like vultures to eat from your dead bodies. They are the evil. And they know that we are unstoppable. That's why they design to scatter us. They say, come, let us scatter them. We cannot stop them, but we can scatter them. How do you scatter people? Sow division among them. Matthew chapter 10 verse 34, Jesus came to bring sword of division, not peace. religion of Christianity, religion of Islam, religion of Judaism brings destruction in Africa, division and destruction, no peace. And there's no peace in any place in this world because of this religion. Our ancestors, the universe taught them, our ancient ancestors, innovation, invention, and you can still see it today, the Great Pyramids. See the artifacts. Go in the white man's museum. Tell me who made all those things? Our ancestors. Come on. Let me show you another place. It's Bible study, so let me not rush it. Because tomorrow I'll be going. Oh, we're ready today. Today I'm going to Biafra land. I'm going to my fatherland today. Today. I'm coming. So maybe the next time you will see me doing live video like this, it will be in Biafra land, in Africa. Okay. And your God cannot stop me from flying. The devil cannot stop me from flying. COVID-19 cannot stop me, and the COVID-19 stop your God, stop your Jesus, stop your religion. But me, he say, you are good, sir. COVID-19 saw me as a slave, I remain, sir. Yeah, of course. I am no longer a child, I'm a man. I put away childish things. I do grown-up stuff, adult stuff. Judges 18. Oh, this is another coded place in the Bible. How I wish many of us will begin to understand it. When I used to study Bible, man, you need to see. Judges 18, still talking about our ancestors, how they were living before the evil people invaded. In those days, there was no king in Israel. See that? They can't organize themselves. But today you hear people saying Africans cannot organize themselves. Yet that's Donald Trump saying, can't you see where black people rule? Nothing. What are you talking about? You are the one that taught. Don't you know that the Moses you have in your Bible, it was an Ethiopian man that taught him how to organize people, how to control people, how to judge, how to make sure everything is fine. You are 10 commandments from where? Egypt. Everything about your religion, your God, your Savior was saved in Egypt first. We are the real saviors. The Holy Land is Egypt, our land, the land of Kemet, our land, the land of Nubians, the land of Ethiopians, our land, which you call Middle East today, our land. That's where all your shit came from. We are coming up. In those days, there was no king in Israel. And in those days, remember, we have kings and goddesses, but they have even no king. All of them were living like women. But we have elders, men and women, not any cult. Okay, no, it's for men. No, men and women were gathering together, doing things together among our ancestors. He said the tribe of the Danites, you see, the evil people, was seeking an inheritance for itself to dwell in. For until that day, their inheritance among the tribes of Israel had not been falling to them. So the children of Dan sent 5 men of their family from their territory, men of valor from Zerah and Esther, to spy out the land and search it. That's how they invaded us. That's how they invaded Africa. They came in as spies. Oh no, we come to buy your gold. We come to buy your this thing. They spy. They find out these people have this power. They say it's magical power. You know that power. They can make the sun stand still. That power. It can part the Red Sea. That power. This will have power. They can kill lion with that power. They came as merchants or businessmen. They were spies. And our ancestors trusted them. Oh, they have heard, we have heard. They have the same thing we have. Okay, no problem, we are one. You're welcome. Come to the dinner. They don't know they were spies. They see, oh, see their women, man. Everything. You see the lips of their women. You see their ass. You see everything. Man, their women, man. See the hair. Their women are so attractive. Verse 7. He says, so the 5 men departed and went to Laish. They saw the people who were there. When they came to Africa, they saw the people, not slaves, not slave owners. They saw the people who were there, how they dwelt safely. They have no guilty conscience. They are not after anyone. Nobody was after them. In the manner of the Sidonians, quiet and secure. They have no need of anything. They were living their quiet and secure life. There were no rulers in the land. Let this thing sink into you. You that believe that your ancestors were killing one another or selling their brothers, there was no rulers in the land. You that believe that the chiefs among our people were selling their brothers, there was no rulers in the land who might put them to shame for anything. All of them were rulers. No one ruler over them. Having a king over you is wrong. Having a ruler over you is wrong. It's against nature. Universe will never teach you that. If you're talking about king, all of us are kings. You're talking about goddess, all of us are goddesses. You're talking about rulers, all of us are rulers. Why will you rule over me? Do you have 2 heads? They were far from the Sidonians and they had no ties with anyone. No trouble. Mind their business, I mind my business. Oh, you're over there and okay, you good? Oh, we're good. Keep it good, okay? They were living quiet and secure life until these evil people come. Verse 27 to 30. See what they did. So they took the things Micah had made, that's idol. They always take, white people don't have anything original. Everything they have was taken. They take it from other people. Everything from A to Z. If you know them, they take it from, apart from their gene, they take everything from their gene, they also take it from animal. And they will turn around and call you monkey. They're the one that have monkey DNA. We don't have it. See, they have COVID-19. I don't. I did COVID-19. I didn't have it. I've been telling them I'm African. Okay. But in Africans are slaves. The master said there is COVID-19. Africans say, yeah, there's COVID-19. You see, I have to pay $140 for COVID test when I get to Nigeria. So they took, and I didn't pay anything here when I did it 2 days ago. He says, so they took the things Micah had made, and the priests who had belonged to him. They take everything from us. Priesthood, the priesthood you're hearing about, is from Egyptian spirituality. Everything that white people have, everything white is imitation. Everything white. That's why white thing is not good for us. White rice, white sugar, white bread. It's not good for our health. It may give us diabetes. Okay. Let me charge this before this speaker dies. You see this, how this speaker is a smart speaker. You see how he tell me battery low. Charge. If I didn't maybe say it again, maybe 2 more times, it will just die. How I wish God can do that with his children. Telling them what if want to happen, something want to happen. Not one man of God telling you, I see, no. Talk to him. You see, I had that. I'm busy doing this. It's a battery low. Charge. Okay. I have to go. If God speak to his children, all of them will be one. All of them, God does not exist. Cannot speak. Let me go back to what I'm saying. Okay, so they took the idols that Micah made, and the priests who had belonged to him, and went to lives to a people quiet and secure, and they struck them. People that were living their life quiet and secure, they struck them. It takes evil people to strike another people. When you are talking about good and evil, you are talking about Africans and Europeans or other race. They always come to strike. We don't do that. That's why you see how we are suffering. But we're going to learn it very soon. We're coming up. And they struck them with the edge of the sword. Jesus is the sword. And they burned the city with fire. I was thinking, I said, oh, so you said that our ancestors were killing twins. Where did they get it from? From white people. How about burning somebody alive? From white people. Everywhere they go, they kill people, burn things. They burn people. We don't do that. Life is sacred to Africans. Life is spring. That's what my own people say it. Life is spring. But you believe they were killing twins. They weren't doing all that. They weren't selling anything. They weren't into homosexuality. No. It's white people that brought all those bullshit. But you keep believing their lies. After all the tangible evidence we have around to show that we are the smart one. But you fall for their lies and deception. He said there was no deliverer. We never needed any deliverer or any savior. For what? There was no corruption, no crime, no evil, no prison, no jail, no bondage, no nothing, no police, no army. You don't need those things to live as a people. It is corrupt people, it's evil people that begin to come up with police, military, and all that. You don't need it as human beings. So you see how far we have gone from our root, the universe. There was no deliverer because it was far from Sidon and they had no ties with anyone. It was in the valley that belongs to Beth Rehob. So they rebuilt the city. See, after they killed the people, they rebuilt the city and dwelt there. It was never their land. The same thing they did in America. America is our land also. Middle is our land. They came and killed us and rebuilt it. And today we are doing everything, dying to go to wherever they be rebuilt. We are no longer building because they destroy our blueprint. But we still have the universe. We have to go back to our root. It will begin to speak to us. It has been speaking to us. You see how I'm speaking? What I'm saying now, you cannot learn it in any school. He said, and they called the name of the city. See, they always rename something. They possess somewhere, they call the name after the name of their father, who was born to Israel. However, the name of the city formerly was Life. They renamed it and all that. Then, here what I want to show you also. Verse 30 said, then the children of Dan set up for themselves the carved image. And Jonathan, the son of Gershon, the son of Manasseh, and his sons were priests to the tribe of Dan until the day of the captivity of the land. Yes, they will remain in power doing all that bullshit. That one that brought idolatry, all that in our land. But the time of captivity is coming when we take over our land and send them into exile wherever they come from. We're gonna do that. You say no, it will not happen. Don't worry, man. Do you know you will be where you are today? I never know I will be saying what I'm saying today. I thought I would still be preaching Jesus today. Fuck Jesus. So they set up for themselves Micah's carved image, which he made all the time that the house of God was in Shiloh. They are idol worshippers. They can build God's house all they want. They are idol worshippers. They don't care about human life. They possess and kill. So I'm calling you, Africans, unplug yourself and replug yourself to your source so that you can recover your heritage, so you can recover your power. So you can recover all that are ours naturally. It is time you unplug yourself as an African. It starts with you. I am calling on you. Let us do it. Haven't we suffered enough? Look at our family. Look at our land. See how we are suffering. See what I'm going through just to visit my own land. It should not be so. Let us wake up. You say, okay, maybe, whatever excuse you have, you think I've wronged you, or you pick offense at me because of your God and Jesus. All I have to say to you is this: fuck that. I don't care about that bullshit anymore. You want to die with that bullshit? Go ahead and die. But in your next life, you will wake up because I have sown that seed, and that seed must grow. The truth shall prevail. Peace.